Hi, I'm Annika. I'm 21. This is my YouTube channel. I am spiritual. I grew up Christian. I came into spirituality on my own. I spent the last year unemployed, and I think that was just part of my soul journey. I'm getting a job again, and I was so against, so anti 9 to 5, but it's more so anti unhappiness, really, truthfully. I believe that every soul should be living and not, repeating a cycle day after day that you don't even enjoy, that doesn't make you happy or anything. I believe in reincarnation. I believe in aliens. I believe that we are souls having a human experience. Let's see, I wrote down a nice long list of things that I am or have recently been interested in. I've definitely been going down a lot of rabbit holes with all the stuff that's coming up right now. Clones. I'm still figuring out my stance on clones, but I have a lot to learn, and the government and everything has a lot to release, so. Let's see. Sorry, I don't love my outfit today, but I'm getting a job, and then I'll get money, and then I can buy clothes. Let's go. That's how it works, right? I've always been super interested in, time travel. I was obsessed with Doctor Who. I still love Doctor Who. And astral travel, I believe in that, obviously. I know it's real. I haven't yet astral traveled, but I'm kind of a pussy, so I don't know. I'm working on my psychic abilities, because those are real too. Damn, this bitch is crazy. No, I'm awake. I'm awake. And you should wake up too. No. Well, I think the consciousness of Earth is rising, and people are expanding their consciousness and becoming more open-minded to these things because we have been conditioned for so long not to believe these things, and that anybody who believes in these things is crazy. But I think with the Epstein files coming out, a lot of people are starting to wake up and realize that more things can be true than you think, if that makes sense. People are waking up and understanding how small their perception of the world is, or was. And now people are starting to learn and look into these things and starting to understand, wait, there's more to this life than I previously knew. Everything is made of energy. This is what I believe. Everything is made of energy. We are energy. Your manifestations are energy. Everything you have around you is energy. God and all 444 in the timer. God and all religions is the same God. It's just God. I think a lot of aspects from pretty much each and every religion is accurate. I think a lot of it came from different divine messengers, and then people interpret it how they will, and thus religions are formed, and people are very, I'm right and nobody else is right, because that's your ego, obviously, and so that's what everybody believes. And that's why it's like with Democrat and Republican, like, it's not real, it's just a tactic to separate us. And it's redonkulous, truthfully, and it's best to stay in the middle and not get sucked into one or the other, because that divides us, and we are a collective consciousness, and we should not be divided, but we are starting to figure it out. And like the us versus them mentality is starting to become more popular, but it's in the aspect of us as normal working class regular people who don't eat babies, and then the rich, the elite, the government. It's all corrupt, and people are waking up, and we are waking up, and I think there's going to be some sort of revolution. And with this war, I don't think it's gonna be like a big war, you know? Like, I don't think the United States, I don't think we're gonna get bombed, okay? Or nuked, or whatever. But, I mean, I'm not, you know, take what I say with a grain of salt, but that's what I believe. My window's open because my apartment is hot and there's always people outside. But basically, stay in the middle, stay open-minded, look at both sides, but also understand that, our government is fucking corrupt. It's not just the American government, it's pretty much all the governments, but in particular, American government and Hollywood. Ooh, that's something I can get into, but, the American government is and has been corrupt, and we have been taught to live in fear, and that's not how we're supposed to live, and we need to unlearn that, because we are not meant to live in fear. We are not meant to live in fear. We are not meant to live unhappily. We are not meant to be living lives that are repetitive to a point where we're not enjoying our lives, okay? But it's such a complicated thing to speak on, because I'm 21, what do I know? Like, come on. But also, a lot of us, a lot of the younger generations are born with a better understanding of the truth, okay? Especially, like, babies being born right now. They're, you know, like, a lot of the babies being born right now are being born into a reality whose consciousness is rising, and so they are being born with higher consciousness, and every baby is born, you know, innocent and pure. Every baby is born innocent and pure, and then we are, you know, taught things as we grow up and stray further and further from the truth, and then basically you're just, the point is to relearn the truth about the truth and yourself, and remember who you are and who you were meant to be and who your soul came here to be. That's basically what we're supposed to spend a lot of our lives finding out. And some people don't. Some people are stuck in the matrix their entire life. And yes, it is a fucking matrix. The government and everything is a matrix. It is. We need to break out of it. for the sake of our for the sake of humanity, because it's wrong. It's wrong that they have us stuck in this matrix, and it's all for power. Like, we all, you know that. I think instinctually you know that. We are in the matrix because the people up there want to maintain that power, and it gets passed along, down the generations. But we are waking up. We are waking up. The younger generation is definitely helping the older generations wake up. Everything that's happening with the whatever is helping people wake up, because we're understanding what the fuck, Babies being born in higher consciousness, maintaining that higher consciousness, displaying that higher consciousness from birth, basically. I think it's amazing, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. But if you don't know where to stand on these things, don't stand anywhere. Just hang out in the middle, okay? If you don't know who to believe, don't believe anybody. Question everything. Stand in the middle. Stay open-minded. Understand where people are coming from, but don't take everything everybody says with a grain of salt. That very much includes the media. A lot of American media is being censored, and always has been very biased. So we want, if you want to watch the news, maybe check out some news about America from other countries instead of watching American news, because pretty much all American news is going to portray everything in one certain way. And everything can be interpreted in so many different ways. Sorry, windows open. Is this confirmation? Take this time to think about where you stand. One, two, three, four. Stay open-minded. Stay unbiased. Become unbiased. Become open-minded. Open your mind. Quit believing everything that everybody's telling you. Chances are a lot of the people around you, especially the older people, are probably a little bit brainwashed, because that's how we were conditioned to be. That's how they were conditioned to be. It's not their fault. It's not their parents' fault. That's just the Matrix. We all grew up in the Matrix. And we're waking up, and these babies that are being born now, pretty soon, within a few years, are going to get to grow up in a free, relatively free, open-minded, not controlled by power-hungry cannibals. And we are going to get to live in a world where we understand we don't have to work. We're not gonna have to live to work anymore, or work to live. That's not even gonna be a thing anymore, okay? That's what I believe. It's not gonna be a thing anymore. We are going to get to live this life free and aligned, and connected. There's going to be disclosure is going to happen within the next few years, and then progress from there. That's alien disclosure. We were hoping with the UFO files being released that it was gonna, but who freaking knows with this government? I don't know, but the aliens they're gonna reveal their damn selves if the government can't just get to it and understand that they're not here to hurt us. And they are here to help us, because they see that what's happening. They see what's happening and how selfish and power hungry some of these people are, and they are coming to help. And that's look at people who are channeling. Look into that. Look into people who are channeling galactic beings, such as Bashar, channeled by Daryl Anka. I know I mentioned him before, but there's a lot of channels. There's a lot of galactic channels, and you could even be one. Who knows? Look into it. But the whole point of these galactic channels is to help us wake up. They've been trying to help us wake up, and they're about to come and wake us the frick up. And be discerning, because people are also using AI and stuff like that to fake it. And AI is not evil. It can be a tool if we use it right. Yeah, this video is a lot of me just talking about what I believe in and what I think is going to happen, and basically my stance on anything. And I'm very curious to see, like, sometimes I get into this mindset, especially when I'm feeling all bad about myself, where I'm like, maybe I'm fucking crazy. Maybe I'm literally manic and going through an episode, but I have felt this way for the past year and a half since I started going through my spiritual awakening, and there are so many people who feel the exact same way I do. And the only reason I feel crazy is because people around me personally don't believe in this stuff. And so I don't have anybody to communicate about it with. And that's partly why I'm sharing my beliefs online, because I deserve a community who believes what I believe, and I deserve a community and people who I can speak to about this shit. Because I'm freaking bored. I'm sick of talking about Trump. I know I talked about him a little bit in this, but it's like, can we talk about aliens? Like, can we talk about time travel? Can we talk about astral traveling? It's like, what is that? And then I explain, they're like, oh, okay. Jim Carrey was cloned. Oh, okay. Like, I don't know. But I know it's coming for me. I felt it for a while. And I've gotten a little taste of it, and yeah, the more I open up, and this is me, the more I open up about myself, the more I share myself, I think the more I will attract who and what is meant for me. And that's the whole purpose of this. And to help awaken some people. Maybe this will help. Yeah, I think that's it for today. I just wanted to kind of lay my beliefs out there. And then I think maybe I'll expand on them in other videos. Because I have such a hard time. Like, I want to make these videos, but I don't know what to make them about. I kind of just start it and start spewing whatever is on my mind. But I want some structured videos. I just don't know what to do it on. But I can do structured videos on specific things, such as, like, ghosts, angels, ascended masters, past lives and reincarnation, things like that. Like, I can make separate videos on these, and I kind of want to, because I know that'll help me attract an audience too, attract my audience and my community. I don't know, I gotta figure that out. I've been thinking about starting a podcast too, but like, I don't know, this is my podcast. It's been just about 20 minutes, goddamn. Like, come on. But structured videos like that, basically a podcast. Or, I mean, podcasts can be short too. But anyways, yeah, keep your mind open. Keep your mind open right now. And if it's not open, open it. If you watch this far, it's probably open, I'd assume, but keep your mind open. There's so much more to this life than you understand.